Hey everybody, Scroft here. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to be looking at a super cool mod that Arrow's dropped called Animal Herding Lite. It's the Lite version of what he's been working on, and there is potential for this to grow even more. And yeah, I've been following along and yeah, just patiently waiting for it to drop, and it finally has, so we can try it out. But basically, what it does is what it says on the tin, which is we can now herd animals. Now, I've tried this with a few scenarios. Some work really well, others don't work as well as I guess it's going to be optimized or aimed to be optimized for. But we can technically herd animals. Now, I'm running a carbon copy save game on my Kinleg series, so I've just copied it to try this out. And when I jumped in with the mod, I had some issues loading in, so expect a few bugs, a few mod conflictions, because, you know, it is script heavy. Definitely for something like this, it has to be script heavy. So keep that in mind. Link in the video description for it. But yeah, just keep in mind, it's like a bit of advice. You might find some issues. I had issues with the combining of the animal textures. So basically, I was using another mod pack to have the male animal textures, and it's something that Arrow has implemented basically into the realistic livestock mod. I put a link in a previous video about it, but it's this here. So it's use custom animals, set the XML path. I've just turned that off. It's now loaded in, but my sheep did disappear because of that. I think it's because I was using these custom, XML custom files, basically models. So if you are doing the same as me, that's just a heads up. You will need to go in, deactivate it, boot the mod up. But apart from that, it's booted in fine, and I can try it out. So yeah, let me show you basically what we can now do. I've got a pasture over there for the sheep. We're going to try this with the cows and the sheep. I haven't done it with the cows yet, so that'll be the first time, but I have had a practice go with the sheep. So what I'm going to do first is bring up the F1 menu. And when you're in a pasture like this where your sheep are, you can press Shift N, and now we're technically herding these animals. So I'll take the F1 menu off. Now, I will be honest, you know, there is a few issues with this. I found that sometimes, like, the animals kind of, even though I'm herding one right now, I've actually picked the brown one purposely. And if I get, like, around it, you'll see that it starts moving backwards. It's basically just following my movement. I've also got a quad over there to show that it works with that. The only issues I've found so far is if I herd this one and then stop, sometimes I've had it where other animals have just, like, some of the sheep that I've been nowhere near have been going into a pasture that's nowhere near me. So it's early days. I mean, this is the Lite version, first release as well, so expect some bugs and stuff like that. But fundamentally, look at what I'm doing. I'm guiding a sheep down a road. Now, I could walk this up a mountain if I wanted to. I could go down into Kinleg town with the sheep, and we could be best friends and go visit the beach and, you know, have an ice cream together if that's what we wanted to do. But I think it's just amazing that this is now in FS25 as an option. It doesn't work that well with multiple animals, though. And that's the thing that I'm a bit disappointed about. Because what I want it to do is I want to be able to, like, move my whole herd, not a singular animal. And I've found that it doesn't work too well when I'm doing multiple animals. But it might be just something I'm doing wrong. But yeah, there we go. You can see that that animal now has spawned into the pasture. And it seems like as soon as it crosses over the navigational mesh for the pasture, it spawns in. And if I bring up my animal tab, we should have this one here, which is just the ram that I've just taken, this brown mountain, Swiss black brown mountain ram, basically. It's just in there. Now, I've got this pasture, which has got 4. This is the pasture that we've just activated herding. And if I go back into it and just press again, Shift and N, the animals stop. Now I want to look at it, though, because there was 4 here. There was, I don't know how many were in there, but I don't know if it was that many. Is this that one? 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, so it's happened again. All the sheep that were, well, not all of them because there's still 4 left, but all of them, for some reason, a good chunk of them now have moved into that. Now, I had this completely empty, and you can see how many sheep are in it. So for some reason, if I press here again, Shift N, now we're herding. You can see that somehow outside the fence barrier. But if I press Shift N again, it'll spawn back, and we've now got more in this section. There was 4, so there's 2 more that have appeared in here. I don't know if it's because there might have been some issue with how it's detecting what pasture it is in, and it just goes to like a default one or just moves to another one. I'm not sure. So it obviously it's not optimized fully, but for moving a sheep, which is the idea of it, or moving a cow, it does work. It's just early days. But mainly the point of this video is to highlight it to you, bring it to you as if there's like some news. And, you know, I always try and bring you some cool mods and cool mod ideas, and I thought this was definitely worth a video. Yes, it's going to change. Yes, we're going to get updates, and it's early days, first release and everything. I mean, he even wants to put in a feed bag, so you can actively see a feed bag. So you're going around, you know, trying to like guide the sheep back and forth or guide the animals that you're doing. But yeah, go check it out. Link in the video description. It's called Animal Herding Lite version. But yeah, go check it out. Basically, just wanted to make everyone aware of it. We will try the quad quickly before I end the video. I know you have to be off the quad. I've tried to press shift N, so you need to technically be in the nav mesh on foot, so where the animals are, and shift and N, you can see it starts moving. But what I do like is if we just focus on one animal here, because like I said, it doesn't work very well at the moment with like multiple animals, but you can also drive a quad. And let's be honest, there isn't much reason to get like a quad in game, so this gives you now a reason to want to buy a quad, because we can herd our animals. Even if I did hit the water trough. Now I have tried it with trailers, and I'm going to show you. It's like it doesn't work with animals, which is a shame, because I'd love it to work with the trailers, and it might do at some point, but currently it's not working with the animal trailer. Because if I try and go into the trailer, you'll see what happened. The sheep can just pushes it, almost like there's 2 collisions colliding. There you go. So it's not working too well with that, unfortunately. However, that might change. Fingers crossed, because Arrow, well, let's be honest, he's done a lot of good work as it is. I mean, I find it easier on foot, but I mean, with multiple animals in a herd doing this, I think it's a no-brainer to have a quad and stuff, and it is pretty cool, isn't it? But we're going to try and get it into the same pastures before. I mean, it'd be good if we still only ever like guide one item or one object, like this sheep is one object. But maybe if you've put like 15 sheep into it, you see the 15 sheep, but it's almost like a formation that's been set for that one object that we're guiding. That would be cool. So they still all animate, but they're in like maybe a bit of a pattern, and that's always going to be fixed, so we don't have to keep going and guiding others. The only reason I say that, not because I prefer it, I actually think it's more realistic that they're all singular. It's just not working very well. It's a nightmare even on foot to get like a load of sheep or animals to do what you want them to do. But there we go. That's been guided in. You can see that it is definitely easier on foot, but it looks cooler in a quad. And we've now got 2 sheep in this pasture. But if I go back over here, because you know I'm not herding anymore. I mean, let me just see if I stand out of the pasture over here and press it. Shift N. So it has stopped. We've still got 2 sheep in here, and now we've only got 2 in there. So they're definitely moving about the place, aren't they? They are bobbing about. Yeah, I guess that'll be fixed. Let's try the cows. Gonna have to try at least 1 cow here, aren't we? In fact, I have got 1 marked up. Let's move it over from the beef shed. There you go. There's a few marked up. You can see. You can actually see them in the realistic livestock mod when you've marked one up. Now, so let's try this. Hey, at least by doing the movement. I mean, this is running quite slow. I wonder if it's because the nav mesh was like floating. Let's try and pick another one that's closer. You can try it with the beef shed just to see if it is like maybe cow shed related, but I doubt it. I mean, I haven't even got an exit point for these here. Like I've just realised, unless I can open that. Oh, I can't. There you go. So technically I have got an exit point. Why don't we try the little one? I mean, it's a bit unfair on it, but we'll try it. I'm wondering why it's marked white. Because if I press shift herding now, I don't think they were marked white. Oh, they've all gone anyway. They've all vanished. So they must have all gone into... Yeah, they have. The majority of them have gone in the dairy shed. So as you can see, it is very, very early days. But it is working in a way. I mean, this is a much better animation, though, on the little one. He's running quite fast, in all fairness to him. And we can definitely guide him out. It's still cool. It does need some work, and I'm sure Arrow knows about that. But it'll have a, you know, yeah, we'll have a good reason that it's working. I mean, you could put objects out like maybe some hurdles or fences to guide them, and then you can just delete them after, because they do detect, you know, they do detect collisions and everything like that. So it is pretty cool. It's just like, for me, I've got multiple reasons why this is cool. Like, my first thought is the farmhand. Like, the things I could do in the story where we're herding animals and stuff like that is cool. And I'm looking forward to another reason now to move to FS25 for the series. But yeah, when this works properly and we can herd multiple animals properly and they're not flickering about the place, which won't take long. A couple of updates and that'll be sorted. But yeah, definitely go follow it on GitHub and keep a track of its progress, because it's early days and it's only going to get better. And you can see that the fundamentals are working, which to me is insanity, that a modder can make Farm Sim do these kind of things. This is stuff that the developer only should be able to do. So how cool is that? I will get it there. And there we go. I walked the little guy all the way over here where all the beef cows now are, which is very random. And yeah, I hope that gets sorted out soon enough. I mean, we can press Shift N because technically they should all be sorted out. I'm trying to figure out what all the white marks are. Did we have white marks and then red marks? So the red and white crosses. I know that I've got some cows, and I thought originally that some of my cows were marked up because I've marked the ones that were pregnant, and then the ones that are basically like my dry cows were unmarked, and there was only 6 of them. But it seems like the majority of these cows are marked up with a white X for some reason. So I'd have to check that out. All right, so I pressed it outside the... Yeah, you can see that some are marked red, but I've just pressed it outside the nav mesh again. So I've got 2 there, and I think they are, if we have a quick look. Actually, let me just check this one. I've got a white one that's a beef stock as well, so maybe it's the marked white when the beef stock, because it's easy to see. But then again, you'd see a red one as well. God knows. Let's just go mess with the animal trigger a second just to see what's going on there. I'm sure I'll figure it out in time. But yeah, I've got quite a few marked actually on this side, which were originally marked, and then these are the ones that I said that were like in calf and my dry ones. So it'll have something to do with me marking them up, definitely. Some are white, some are got the red mark on, as you can see. Like the Holstein breed have got red. Yeah, I don't know. But it's worth a shout out and worth a showcase. So go check it out. Remember that it's early days. You will find some issues. That's just... like, I can't hide that or lie about it. It's definitely very early days, but it's worth a follow, at the very least, worth trying out and testing. And, you know, you can contribute to helping get the bugs sorted out, going on to Arrow's GitHub page after and just creating a bit of a bug report there will help a lot and get this hopefully sped up a bit more for the testing and the updates that we obviously need for it. But I think it's an outstanding idea, and again showcases what is capable, what we can see in Farming Simulator. So I'll leave the video there. Thank you so much for watching. If you found it informative, give it a thumbs up for me. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next one. See you, everybody.